Hello, bonjour, Savan. How are we today? It is Sunday, May the 4th, 2025, here in southwestern Ontario, Canada, by the beautiful shores of Lake Huron. Just had a nice walk, started to rain, so I cut it a little short. But it's really, truly spring here now. Coming on today, I know I haven't been on for a while, been very busy with doing, personal 3D stuff that had to be done. I did have a show. When was that? I can't even remember. And I have another show coming up. Oh, it was last month, wasn't it? Yeah, it was the end of April. I have another show coming up this Saturday, May the 10th, in Sarnia. If you listen to these videos and you happen to live in the Sarnia area, then it's going to be from 10 to 4 at the Dante Club. It's a woman's wellness show. I've never been to one of these, but I am participating and offering my special pricing for little mini sessions like I do. You can go on the Facebook page if you want to check that out to get more details and to be very specific about it. Facebook page link is at the bottom in the description area. So that being said, felt like it was time to come back on. The only thing I'm really tuning into when I ask, is there a message today? The only thing I'm getting to say to us is it's a reassurance message. It's about, it's not as bad as it looks kind of type of message. So every time I go to look at certain things in 3D and what's happening, it's a little scary, isn't it? And I was hearing too about people being obsessed about the news. So spirit guidance here is saying, and angelic realm, higher dimensional thought waves, so on and so on and so on, all the different levels of conscious awareness are sending me their thoughts about it's not as bad as it looks. It's not as it seems. Remember when I did that last video about our Canadian election? Seemed to be very obvious who was going to win, but of course that did not happen. And when I tuned into it in the morning in meditation before I turned the news on, I was getting nothing. I was hearing it was nebulous. It's foggy. You can't see through the fog. It's so thick. It's like Neptune and being nebulous, and you just don't know who the players are and where they are and what they're doing anyway. So I knew that there was, I'm hearing it like a guard up. We're guarded now. There's guardian energy there protecting us. And in some levels, it seems lower than what we think. But on the outside of it, it's not looking like as it seems. So it's very nebulous. It's very, the fog is too thick. We're driving through it, but we can't really see it. We can't know it. We can't touch it. We can't feel it. We can't sense it. It's like there's a blockage there. There's this guard up or a guardianship program running, I'm going to say. It's like it's guarded in every way. So we're guarded in our thoughts and emotions. They're guarded in what they're doing on the planet. They being, the various factions who have various agendas. It's all being kept secret, hush hush right now. Because they, no matter what side we're playing here, don't want us to really know what's going on. So we can have certain ideas according to our own preferences and our thinking, but we really don't know. All I was getting in the last few days was that Mr. Carney is not going to be in that position of authority and leadership for very long. That's all I got. I didn't ask. I just went, okay, I can see that. I can see that. Nothing to fret or worry about, okay? This is our message from the higher alignments in the higher light. We've got this. We already know what's gonna go on here. We already know the show. It's like they know the end as well as the beginning. They get it. Right? So again, this is why we constantly are giving you the thought wave. Focus on yourself and nobody and nothing else. Because as you raise your frequency of thought, your vibration, it comes up and it elevates the rest of the planet. Not only you, you're working in conjunction with millions of others as well now. There's a lot of us here now, didn't used to be. We were kind of like, pilot project here. And now there's millions of us. And at some point there will be billions. And we will carry that frequency on into the higher light. Right? There's no going back now, in other words. So I'm hearing farm out your fear and fright and take the higher light. Step yourself up in your higher frequency light, right? Put all of this other, worry and consternation and, nail biting, what's going to happen next? What are we going to do next? Anybody out there projecting their thoughts, their thought waves onto you, they may have their own agenda too. We're coming from the agenda of the higher light. We want to see you raise your frequency up so we can continue on in our spiritual path and our journey of light here. So we're raising your subconscious awareness as we always do, because that's our job. That's part of our work here, is to elevate the subconscious awareness on a lower grade level planet, such as yours. So you have nothing to worry about. You have nothing to fear. It's all being handled by the higher light, as well as by the lower light. But believe me, the higher light is way more powerful. I also was hearing today that there are going to be more exposures being presented to us to be a witness to. And these are things that are not even out there in the media yet. It's way beyond anything else we've ever seen here. So I've just been given a little heads up today, first time. So all kinds of new exposures coming out that'll just, I'm kind of hearing it like rock your world, or it's almost like the jaw, I see like the jaw dropping, but the jaw breaks like it's so big of a drop to the floor. Jaw dropping, jaw breaking momentums. And it's going to be, I'm hearing this right now for the first time, it's going to be in the science world. So it's in relation to science, technology, and news. And I am hearing that this information is true. Like they're being above board with us, telling us this. We can't escape this truth. There's no hiding from it. There's no, I don't believe this. It's going to be so obvious and so true that everybody's going to see this and be a witness to it and know it and understand it and adhere to it as well. So we have a lot of news coming up sooner rather than later. So again, don't get caught up in the fear modulation on your planet and on your world, because that's what we're seeing here being done again, more like trying. It's not really working as much as it used to, because there's so many of us who are elevated now in the truth, And we're not falling for it. I'm seeing the magician card in my mind that's in the tarot deck. And he can be quite the little schemer, pulling rabbits out of his hat and being tricky. That's what I'm seeing. So this sort of, it's like they put it quickly in one hand and have you look at the other. That kind of a trick. Let's look over here and they've got it over there. It's kind of like that. It's the typical magician's trick, the typical manipulation. But we're not falling for it as much as we used to, aren't we? No. And that's a good thing. But it's got the lower level beings kind of on the run because it's like, well, gosh, if our tricks don't work anymore, what are we going to do next to hoodwink the public? C'est la vie. They know there isn't much time for them left. Like, seriously, it's not an unknown fact. They know it. And in the meantime, they're going to try to break our back, is how I'm hearing it. So don't let them. Don't listen obsessively to the news. You don't even know what's right and what is not. You won't be able to tell. The schemers are pretty good. They've been here a while. You will not be able to tell the truth from the lie just yet because, again, it's nebulous. The fog is still surrounding it and your world and your people. So they're putting like a little coating or a covering so that you can't see through it. But we already know how to plug our way through it because we know what they're up to because of sensing the thought wave. Even in the dreamland state, we can see it. And there's no way to adhere to it because it's too low. Right? When you get too low, it gets obliterated by the light. And they're getting really low. They're trying to gain momentum over you, and it's not working. So, focus on yourself. Focus on your health. Focus on that subconscious awareness coming up to the top so you can take a look at it. Work through your traumas, your childhood issues, past life issues. Look at it all, one bit at a time. Don't overwhelm yourself. Clear yourself out to the point where your conscious awareness rises, your frequency comes along with that. Your pineal opens up. You get it. You see it. You know it. Oh, they're lying about that. Oh, we know what we wanted when we voted. That's not what we're seeing. I wonder how they did that. But sometimes you have to let the bad guys play out their little game to catch them in the act with the hand motions of, see over here, we're really working, doing something to you over there. So you can actually see it. And then you will believe it, no matter what level of consciousness you're at. So this is a raising of the consciousness now, as it has been for a while, but more the subconscious issues. I know with my clients, that's all we're dealing with right now. Every single thing is about the person's subconscious awareness. And there's no beating around the bush about this. We just come right out. This is what it is. And the person actually understands that and gets that. It makes sense because they're starting to wake up. They've got a little inkling about it. Oh yeah, I've had little glimpses of that from time to time, or a thought will just kind of, waft through my mind, and I'm kind of wondering, what's that? And then they dismiss it. But we don't dismiss it. We look at it, we talk about it, we bring it forward, we release that energy, and away they go. Until the next one, until you get through them. Because there's a lot. Depending on how long you have been here and been recycling yourself. because some are brand new, as we know. Call them newbies, our young ones. And then there's some who are old, like moi, who has been here too darn long, if you ask my opinion. But that's not going to be for long. So the timelines are set. You just have to make that, and it's almost like it's almost like you can see them now. You just have to make that choice and that decision to bring yourself up to be able to avail yourself of the newest timeline possible. It's frequency. It's all about frequency. It's all we've been talking to you about for years. It's all about your frequency alignment with your Stargate to ascend, and away we go. And then our creation of our new world, our new dawn, new dawning of the new light, it's expressed through our visions and through our visionary might. And that's what holds you in tight. Okay, nothing else can surmount that energy field. We're very potent, strong beings of light. So you see, we cannot reside back in the old traumatic, low subconscious way of being, and that we're a victim. Okay, that's a powerless, a low frequency way of being. So if you want out of here, out of that dark dungeon way of thinking here, you have to surmount the difficulties and move past that. And just hearing the last little bit of the message, it's the only way to get out. Your alignment's what counts. So again, focus on yourself, less focus on the news. It's not all correct. And move forward with your own timeline. That's the higher line of time, the divine sign of time. Okay. All right. So I'm not getting that there's anything else. So enjoy your day. Blessings. Take care of yourselves and others. I did just get out the May Energy News newsletter. It's posted on Facebook as well as my website, www.healingourenergy.ca, if you want to take a look at it. I know I'm a little late, but better late than never, right? Okay. All right. We shall return, speak with you again, but bye for now.